Evening, the high reaching 22. Weather brought to you by Corcoran and Partners at Asante Wealth Management. Today, tomorrow, together. Right now we're sitting at 22 degrees. It feels like 28 with the Humidex. I'm Stephanie Sabrin. News next at 1:30 on News Talk 610 CKTB.
This is the Jim Fannin Show on Niagara's News Talk 610. Call now, 905-688-2582, 1-877-610-2582, or text us at 61010.
Welcome back. I'm Jim Fannin, 610 CKTB. I am your summer scrub in the box, your fourth liner, your journeyman. I'm coming off the end of the bench. Forget the end of the bench. I'm coming straight out of the stands. So if you see a guy on the field that's looking a little starry-eyed, a little like deer in the headlights look, that's Fannin. Trying to be a radio guy. Thanks for coming aboard. Phone numbers to get in, 905-688-CKTB, 688-2582. That's 1-877-610-CKTB if you're long distance. Pound 610 on the bill. Mobility Network, or you can text right into the studio. It comes up on my screen. Wow, I've got all the technology working for me today. 61010 is the text. So you're going to have to help me out with some calls. I've got some things I can get to here. I haven't got too much prepared, like I was just saying on Tommy's show. I want to get to construction. It's a personal pet peeve of mine. It's been going on out front of my house for 2 long months, ripping up the road, ripping up the services, the sewers, the water lines. How not cool is it not to be able to have water all day? So we got a couple things we can talk about. I don't know. I don't think Tommy spoke about Pamela Wallen's travel expenses as a senator. 360 G's for 3 years. Man, I could do a lot of traveling for that. New Apple iPhone coming out. We're not sure what it is in September. And anything else you'd like to get to. So again, the station's number is 905-688-2526. Pat, can you do that better than I can?
905-688-2582, which is CKTB, 1-877-610-2582. That's our toll-free number. Pound 610, Bell Mobility Network.
When all else fails, go to the producer. They know what's best.
Or text us at 61010.
All right, so I'm just looking at my screen here. You got a caller up already? No. Okay, let me see if I can do this properly on the... Hello, caller.
Simcoe. My old cornstalk buddy. How are you doing?
It says right here, Hugo from Simcoe County wants to be your first caller. 70. Oh, I won't give your phone number out.
No, that's probably a wise thing to do.
But it's right here.
And do not write it down either.
Lose my number, Cornstalk.
Cornstalk. Since Rick Dykstra was on speaking about Hockey Night in St. Catharines, can you just share with the audience as it pertains to minor hockey, what a cornstalker is?
Pat from Barrie, also known as self-glossed as Hugo. You know, I resist calling you Hugo, but lately I've been giving in and referring to you to. You're on my lips more often in my conversations these days.
Should be, is my thinking. Yeah. A cornstalker, I'll just tell the audience what a cornstalker is. I often call Jim Fannin a cornstalker. A cornstalker is when you're playing minor hockey and you're going to a tournament in a foreign town, God knows where it could be, and there before you on the blue line are 2 towering 14-year-olds, you're 14 yourself or whatever age, and they are 6 foot tall and you're 4 foot something, and that's what we used to call cornstalk. And I, in a friendly way, call Jim Fannin a cornstalker. But Jim, what I called about today was kind of topical. Now, someone may have touched on it in the last little while because her passing has just been fairly recent, but Helen Thomas, who was a White House correspondent, and it was old Helen who, at the end of every press conference, got to say, "Thank you, Mr. President." But she was a born to Lebanese parents and Lebanese immigrant, but she was one, and I believe, Jim, and I think you do as well, particularly people who come on programs and read scripts during Vox Populi. People need to be called into account. And Helen Thomas used to do that with the presidents. For example, with George Bush Jr., she said, what are you going into this war for? And he mumbled something about Al-Qaeda and whatnot and went down that mumbling path. And she said, "Sir, I am talking about Iraq." So God bless Helen Thomas. Just at the end of her career, she kind of expressed her opinion. And it is, in a democracy, free speech, she expressed her opinion. It did cause her a little bit of a black mark at the end of her career. But God bless her for calling people to account. So anyway, Jim, I wish you luck with your program.
Can you describe what I'm wearing on the blue line?
What you're wearing on the blue line?
Yep. I don't know how that relates to Helen Thomas, but your description of cornstalk, I've never heard stalker, but cornstalk was a little bit more graphic last time you explained it to me. Something about hip waders or...
Yeah, galoshes and yes. But
okay.
Anyway, all the best on your week here this week. I wish good things for you. What are you going to talk about today?
I'm going to talk about construction on Lakeshore Road. Why would anyone want to drive down my street right now between Geneva and Vine and Lakeshore Road? I have no idea, but it's been a little bit of a frustration for me.
We do live in a country where climate kind of dictates a lot of construction projects, so it is frustrating, but they need to get done, Jim, and thank God your council or province has moved forward. It'd be council, I guess, municipal work has moved forward with these repairs that are probably quite necessary, and think of how much you and all the great people of St. Catharines will enjoy them when they're completed.
Jeez, I just wanted to cut you while you were talking. Keep talking, I'm going to cut you off.
Actually, no, I want to present you with an opportunity, Jim Fannin, that I know you've been waiting for goodness knows how long it's been. Right now, I'm going to give you the opportunity to run me. It will be the last chance you'll ever get, but run me now.
I don't think did I run him? No, he's still there?
I'm still here. I'm hanging on by a thread.
Yeah, now you're gone. It's the Jim Fannin Show. If you want to get run, just call 905-688-2582, and we'll cut you off in the middle of your speech to me. And we're bumping through here. We're going to take a short break. On the other side, we will have something more intelligent to talk about, hopefully. I'm Jim Fannin. Check out the Alabama Shakes. This girl's got a heck of a voice. We'll be right back.
Did you hear it? That's the Canadian Blood Services blood signal reminding each and every one of us to pick up the phone and make an appointment to donate blood. Because right now, there is a greater need for blood. Blood that can save the life of a cancer patient, a car accident victim, maybe even someone you love. This is a call for everyone to donate blood. Will you answer it? Canadian Blood Services. It's in you to give.
There is a special need for O-negative blood. Please call 1-888-2-DONATE now.
Midnight Madness at Stanford Hardware and Fireplace. Friday, August 16th from 8 a.m. until midnight. And Saturday, August 17th from 8 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. Take advantage on some of the best deals on gas and wood-burning fireplaces. From brands like Pacific Energy, Vermont Casting, Valor, Majestic, Cozy, and Enviro. Don't miss out on this opportunity to get the best deals for the upcoming heating season. Manufacturers' reps will be on hand to answer your questions. Beat the rush and call today and book your free estimate. Stanford Hardware and Fireplace, Town and Country Plaza, Niagara Falls.
Welcome to Rogers Tech Talk. Go, Dave.
Yeah, I think all home security systems are good, but my wife thinks we need Rogers Smart Home Monitoring. Is she right?
Okay, you wouldn't take any chances with your kid's safety when choosing a bike helmet, right?
Yeah.
Well, Rogers Smart Home Monitoring is more reliable than traditional systems because you get the security of both broadband internet and wireless networks, so you know your kids are safe.
So she's right.
Of course. Call 1-888-ROGERS-1 for details about Rogers Smart Home Monitoring. Now you'll know.
The news of the day.
Environmental groups are vowing to fight a proposed pipeline that will carry up to 1 million liters of crude oil from Alberta to the East Coast
Every day.
TransCanada says it has more than enough support to go ahead with the $12 billion Energy East pipeline.
The latest news happens here.
The project has the backing of the premiers, who say the pipeline will create thousands of jobs and allow Canadian crude to be exported to foreign markets.
News Talk 610 CKTB.
It's the 10th anniversary of Niagara Welding Academy. If someone in your family is thinking about the trades, visit their open house this Saturday. Take a tour of the facility and find out how they can become a skilled certified welder in as little as 6 months. Refreshments will be available and 610 CKTV's live on location. The 10th anniversary open house at Niagara Welding Academy this Saturday from 9 to 4. 146 Cushman Road, St. Catharines. It's a cool school for a hot trade.
Ooh. Wow. Make your garden the talk of the town. Maury Gardens can help your garden look like one of the gardens in the local garden tours. Maury's award-winning design teams will help your garden grow the right colors, the best-sized plants, along with the know-how to put it all together in perfect harmony. Take your own garden tour in your own backyard with help from Maury Gardens. Open 7 days a week at 1709 Niagara Stone Road, Niagara-on-the-Lake. MauryGardens.com.
Hey, Al, need a combine for that lawn?
Hey, Dan, funny. Yeah, things have fallen behind a bit since we got 150 channels in HD.
Oh, yeah, we got that and whole home DVR.
Of course, we're getting 60 megabits per second of internet speed as well.
Yeah, we got that.
And 375 gigs of usage.
Got that, too.
Dan, what?
Guys, you've both got it all from Cogeco.
Oh.
Breathtaking TV and internet. With Cogeco, you got it. Discover everything you've got at cogeco.ca/you got it. Cogeco, how can we help you?
As events happen, we'll happen to be there. Niagara's News Talk 610 CKTB. This is the Jim Fannin Show on Niagara's News Talk 610. Call now, 905-688-2582, 1-877-610-2582, or text us at 61010.
It's like a gun goes off deep inside of me. I can hardly move, I can barely breathe near your features. The trouble is, it's just so obvious. I still see all the lines of surgery remnants where you cut away, left your flaws behind in the ether. Face of puzzle pieces.
Welcome back. I'm Jim Fannin. Thanks to Patrick for trying to make me look good. The producer runs the show. I just come out here and do the easy part. 905-688-CKTB, 688-2582, 1-877-610-CKTB. Pound 610 on the Bell Mobility Network. A text right into the studio. Figure out how to use all this stuff sooner or later. And that's 61010. Construction season in Niagara. Gotta love that. I'm going to tell you a little story about the construction I'm facing out front of my house. They're doing Lakeshore Road from Geneva to Vine. Stay away. Use Parnell Road. There's no reason for you to drive down Lakeshore this summer until October. It's all done. They've been working on it since May. The best part for me is, well, it's gravel, so it's dusty. You know, you want to have your windows open and get rid of the central air for a couple of these beautiful days where you get a nice breeze coming in. You can make sure that you need your dust and broom and whatever because it's coming in really hard. So, but the best part is for me, so they grate the road. It's dusty as heck. On the weekends, they put down this calcium or something, then they put some water on it, and that's supposed to keep the dust down. Does a pretty good job. Then the rains hit. So the dust bowl turns into a mud pit. And then the mud pit turns into pothole alley. And then the potholes turn into these massive pots of muddy water. And let's just forget the rain for now. So what they do is a couple times a day when it gets really dusty, the water truck will come down. And I mean, it's not just spraying a little bit of water. It's gushing out the back of this big tanker. Water all over the road to keep the dust down. But then when you have a 35-degree day and I'm trying to pull into my driveway and I got first, let me set it up for you a little bit this way. I drive with my windows down most of the time. I don't like using the air in the car. I just never been that type of guy. So when I'm driving down Lakeshore Road and the water truck has just gone by, and from Geneva to Lakeshore, there's potholes full of mud, and I got region trucks and cops and kids and contractors and dump trucks doing 70 kilometers an hour down a dirt road filled with muddy potholes. You know how many times I've had to reach for the button on the window to make sure that the mud doesn't, and missed a couple times. Forget the outside of the car. The inside of the car, you got a cop coming straight for you at 70 kilometers an hour on a wet, muddy road, not even considering, like, I am eating dirt and mud on the other side of the road going the other way. It's not cool. Construction time. So we've been struggling with that. But if you have any inclination to driving down Lakeshore Road, don't do it. Not between Geneva and Vine anyways. It's just not worth it. And the curbs are in now. That's great. We didn't have a driveway for 5 days. Try not having a driveway. See, I think not only the region owes me a discount on my taxes, but you think they could send me a car wash or maybe a window cleaner? My screens are almost solid. The air doesn't come through anymore because of the dirt and the dust, and it rains, and then that fills up. It's just like a clay barrier that's got me stuck in my house. So we'll leave the air conditioning on in the car and in the house when we don't even need it. And we'll get by. I am Jim Fannin, 905-688-2582, 1-877-610-CKTB. Also, we're going to get to iPhone dropping a new product. I think they're losing me. I mean, I've constantly been frustrated by the spell check, and I can't, I used to be a Palm guy. I can't get the two thumb texting down. I'm a one thumber now. But they're launching a new product in September. We don't know if it's the iPhone 6 or the iPhone 5S or what's coming out, but they didn't get me last time upgrading. I just stuck with my 4S, and the battery life on that is about 30 minutes when I'm streaming and doing everything that I'm doing on it. I can hardly get out the door. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Before 11 o'clock, I'm at zero. I need to charge all over again. So Apple's coming up with a new product. After the bottom of the hour, we're going to talk Pamela Wallen. Audit comes in tonight. The report tomorrow. Everyone's saying she's going to have to pay back some of the expenses that she's claimed, but $360,000 in travel expenses over 3 years. So we can talk a little bit of senator travel expenses if you like. Of course, that goes into the Mike Duffy thing. And man, are we getting tired of senators these days? I don't know. They certainly are getting a lot of press. And the last segment I'll leave open to you. So I'm Jim Fannin, 905-688-2582, 1-877-610-CKTB. I'm your fourth liner, your summer scrub in the box. And we're going out with a little hurry. We'll talk to you on the other side. Hang on.
Put on my shoes, these ones are ruining my feet. Eat that apple to the cores. I hurry out the door. And on my way to seize the day, I start to think, did I leave something on the counter by the sink? Check my pockets, never mind. Hurry, there's no time. I say let's work, but I'm the jerk who's late again. And they know well that I was up till 4 a.m. This should be easier, I guess. Hurry, what a mess. Significant stuff, all my friends and all the loose ends and this love of mine, cause I'm running out of time. Am I still the same guy, or have I lost something? As I keep stopping, mind and health, every bit of myself, I ignore the signs as I'm running out of time. Hurry, a year goes by, you wonder why not much is done. You blew right past your precious time with everyone. You've run too much in parallel.
The Niagara region. It's a place so many of us call home, the place we work and play in. And with all that Niagara offers, you'll get everything you need right here. For instance, Critelli Fine Furniture, a business that's seen 4 generations, and a business that's branched out into more than just one. Transitions in downtown St. Catharines is also owned by the Critelli family. And here's Joe Critelli.
We started in business in 1914 in Thorold. And one time there were stores in Thorold, Niagara Falls, and St. Catharines. Critelli's has a very long history of supporting Niagara. We're an anchor store in downtown St. Catharines, and we're looking forward to quite possibly the best of times coming forward with what's happening downtown.
The local businesses in Niagara. They're our neighbors, and they're always ready to serve you. Doing business with Niagara's local businesses. It's just good business.
Bill Jansen, owner of Future Access, a local web design service, talks about the importance of his advertising on the radio.
Well, the advertising on the radio is important for us because we want to get our name out. We want to have some brand recognition for Future Access. And we want people to know what we do, doing web design locally in St. Catharines. Anybody that's heard our ad might be able to give us a referral from hearing us on the radio.
And how do they know their advertising for Future Access is really working for them?
I certainly hear some of our clients that are coming in now or that are calling us saying that they heard about us on the radio. And specifically in areas where we don't advertise in other ways, we know that the nature of the request that they come in with is sometimes very specific to the ad that we've run. So we know that they must have heard us on the radio.
You're ready. Your business is ready. Take the next step with 610 CKTB. Results Radio. Contact our sales manager now at 905-684-1174.
This is the Jim Fannin Show on Niagara's News Talk 610. Call now, 905-688-2582, 1-877-610-2582, or text us at 61010.
Jim Fannin, thanks for checking it out.
I don't know. Can't judge a man by the look of his
905-688-2582. I'm just looking at my computer here. Is this an old story? This just in? Japan emergency at Fukushima? Yeah, they're finally going to admit that they've got a problem in Japan with the nuclear reactor that's seeping into the groundwaters and the oceans and whatnot. Is a thermal picture on my screen here. Like I said, this seems like a story that's months and months old, but it's right at the top of bork.org. I got most of my news, but yeah, there's nothing shocking there. Nuclear power, the best, cleanest power. It's going to save us from global warming. No risk there at all. Anyway, just before we go to the bottom of the hour, we're going to set up the next segment. The senators, cue the senators, please. Wallen audit holds wider implications. How's this going to affect other people? We know the Duffys and some hot water as well, but $360,000 in travel expenses. Yeah, I know she's been to Afghanistan and all over the world, but apparently the report comes out tonight, the audit, and then we get another release that's going to happen tomorrow as well. So Pamela Wallen in the news, one of my favorite senators, is spending the money like it's going out of style, and $360,000 in travel expenses just seems kind of unreal. So we're going to catch that on the other side of the break. We'll take your calls at 905-688-2582. Enjoy a little bit of Aiden Miller on the way out. I'm Jim Fannin. Right back.
Gord Singleton here. For over a decade, the Michelin LTX M&S has been the industry standard for pickups and SUVs. Now it's even better. The Michelin LTX M&S 2 provides more control thanks to its improved stopping distances, durability, and longer-lasting tread. Michelin, a better way forward. The Michelin LTX M&S 2 available at Niagara Battery and Tire in Welland, St. Catharines, and Niagara Falls. NiagaraBatteryandTire.com.
It's a matter of trust. Niagara Battery and Tire.
You've seen the show.
There are lots of stories about this place.
Now live it. You could win a trip to Westeros with TMN Go. Go to tmngo.ca or download the app from the App Store and sign in to TMN Go for the chance to win a trip for two to Northern Ireland, including flight, accommodations, and an exclusive tour of the locations used in the massive HBO hit Game of Thrones. Plus, there are over 100 secondary prizes to be won.
I am the king!
For the ultimate fan experience, sign in for your chance to win with TMN Go.
If your last option for shelter was your car, how would you cope? How would you deal with the realities of being homeless? On August 16th and 17th, take part in No Fixed Address, a challenge to live in your car for 24 hours, raising awareness for homelessness with funds supporting programs and services of the Niagara YWCA. No Fixed Address, August 16th and 17th at the Penn Center. Sponsored by 610 CKTB. Log on to 610ckTB.com for details and to register.
From the 610 CKTB News Center, Niagara, now.
Good afternoon. It's just after 1:30. I'm Rod Mahood. Here's what's making news. Longboarders in Pelham may face an uphill battle in an effort to get the town to give them a safe place to ride. Town Council will consider a request at its meeting tonight to close Overholt Road to motorists, giving longboarders a dedicated stretch of roadway to ride their boards. Mayor Day Augustine says they will also look at the possibility of building a longboarding track alongside the yet-to-be-constructed Isaac Reel Memorial Skate Park. The move comes in the wake of a decision by Town Council to prohibit longboarding on a number of Pelham streets. An attempted kidnapping in St. Catharines over the weekend has police investigating, and a 36-year-old man is facing charges. The victim was a 14-year-old girl. Police say she was at Lancaster Park Sunday afternoon around 3:30 when she was approached by a man who then grabbed her and forced her to walk down Carlton Street to Ontario, where several witnesses then intervened and called 911. And the expenses of former Conservative Senator Pamela Wallin are back in the spotlight today following an audit by the private accounting firm Deloitte. The Senate's Board of Internal Economy will go behind closed doors this morning to review the audit report, and then the findings will go before the full Standing Committee on Internal Economy, Budgets, and Administration. Wallin has paid back $38,000 amid allegations of questionable spending, and the CBC reports the total could grow to six figures. The audit report is to be released tomorrow. Checking CKTB Time Saver traffic, one accident to report at this time. This according to the NRP in Niagara Falls on Stanley Avenue at Lions Creek Road. Border bridges right now. Unfortunately, they're not available, but Welland Canal bridges, I can tell you, the Homer Bridge in St. Catharines and the Allenburg Bridge in Thorold South are unavailable. And your weather right now, last check with Environment Canada, we were sitting at 23 degrees, chance of showers or thunderstorms today, and that goes into tomorrow. The sunshine returns on Wednesday with a high of 23 degrees. I'm Rod Mahood. News next at 2 o'clock on News Talk 610 CKTB.
Hello. I'm Chris Richard from the personal injury law firm of Graves Richard Harris. At Graves Richard Harris, we understand that a fall or an accident can turn your life upside down. If you've been injured, you don't need to go through it alone. Contact Graves Richard Harris and let our team work with you to get the compensation you deserve. And remember, there's never any fee until your case is won.
For a free, no-obligation claim evaluation, call Graves Richard Harris or visit www.hurtline.ca. That's hurtline.ca.
When it comes to a new roof, shingles matter. IKO is a Canadian-owned shingle manufacturer, part of the Ontario economy since 1958, and one of Canada's most trusted name in asphalt shingles. IKO's Cambridge AR Premium Laminated Shingle is a heavyweight when it comes to similar products from other manufacturers. More asphalt content makes a more durable shingle. This means optimum protection for your home against rain, snow, and temperature extremes. Cambridge AR also offers superior sealing for better wind protection. Plus, IKO's warranties are among the industry's best. IKO.com.
If you're suffering from neck, shoulder, or lower back pain from any type of injury, see how Dr. Tony Barcelona and Dr. Megan West can help you. See their videos in the advisor section at 610cktv.com. Brought to you by West Niagara Chiropractic and Wellness Center in Grimsby.
When your plumbing's broken and your drains won't flow, call on Mr. Rooter, he's the plumber we all know. Ready to assist you and he really loves to serve. Mr. Rooter is the plumber you deserve.
Why does Mr. Rooter Plumbing call you first before arriving at your home? Because Mr. Rooter knows you like to be informed and feel safe, knowing that he's coming to your door. There's a reason they call us Mr.
Mr. Rooter is the plumber you deserve.
Hi, I'm Amanda from Moncton, New Brunswick. I train and coach new hires in the call center at Rogers. I believe communities like the Monktons of Canada should get the same technology as the big cities do. That way, my neighbors can be as productive and as plugged in as people in other parts of the country. It makes me proud. It's a very Canadian thing. But I hear the government is inviting a giant U.S. cell phone company to Canada. What will this mean for smaller towns in Canada? I'm afraid it's bad. Will this giant U.S. company virtually ignore small communities like mine and focus on big cities? That's where all the money is, right? You know, when smaller towns and cities are left behind, it doesn't just hurt me and my neighbors. It hurts the whole country. All we want is for it to be fair for Canadians. Ottawa should close the loopholes. To find out more, go to fairforcanada.ca.
This is the Jim Fannin Show on Niagara's News Talk 610. Call now, 905-688-2582, 1-877-610-2582, or text us at 61010.
I'm Jim Fannin, 1:37's the time, and 610 News Talk, the voice of Niagara. Got a couple texts to read here, since I figured out how to pull up the screen. All Welland boys, ha! Jim, are there any bands at the Mansion House before Labor Day in the 3 weeks? Bob. I don't know, Bob. Talk to Indoor Shoes or go to the website if something. Oh, yeah, we just missed X Prime was on Friday. I missed them. They were awesome. When it comes to construction, I think we should go back to the 80s, St. Catharines, when nothing was ever built, repaired, replaced, or even dreamt of. Can you sense the sarcasm? Let's talk about Rob Ford drunk on the Danforth, LOL. And another one from Welland. I wish you would talk about e-bikes and how they don't follow traffic laws. We're going to go to the phones in a minute. I was just, talking about my displeasure with iPhone and their product that they're about to launch. I'm not sure what it is, iPhone 4 or 5S or 6 or what have you, but the battery life is killing me. Spell check has always been a huge problem. You can't plug your phone in and look at the files like a computer and move stuff around. This whole, Apple built themselves on this whole, we're not Microsoft. We're the anti-Microsoft, but their proprietary software is just straight up Microsoft's alley. Where you have to be an approved app. There's no open source software. I actually looked at going over to another device, a Samsung or what have you, and the thing that stopped me, I didn't even hardly get my SIM card in before I realized I can't transfer my texts or my calls or my data over, so I'm stuck with iPhone. We're going to go to the phones right now. You're on the Jim Fannin Show. Thank you so much for calling. I'm sweating over here. Who's on the phone?
Hey, it's KR. How are you?
KR, great. How are you today?
Not too bad, not too bad. I got a question, Jim. I don't know if you saw, but it looks like this political loans bill is dead in the water, Bill C-21. And it's basically saying that a lot of the leadership doesn't have to repay the loans that they gave to themselves to fuel their leadership. And I just know with your background, just wonder what your thoughts are when you get a guy like Ken Dryden doesn't have to pay back $240,000 and he just leaves it as is.
Well, he's not the only one. There's a number of one that are looking to be absolved of their financial sins politically, and that's inside of leadership campaign, I think it was, right?
Yeah, I think there's 4 in the Liberal leadership. I was astounded that somebody can lend themselves $250,000 and basically say, the Election Act doesn't cover this off. I thought, man, that's a loophole and a half.
Yeah, well, that's a politician's specialty. I mean, I was in politics for a short period of time, and my role was exploit the law from end to end inside it. Don't go outside it. So if there's a way to use the system to your benefit, as long as it's legal, then exploit it all the way. But it sounds like this is outside the law, but the election law doesn't have enough teeth for punishment on it.
Well, I guess if you look at exploiting it, that's great, but then you take a look at the principle of it. If you've got one guy that's got $250,000, his campaign's going to go a lot farther than somebody else that can't loan himself that. So you take a look at there's not enough teeth, but when you're running as a leader for, a party that could end up being the governing party, you'd expect somebody to be able to have the principles to understand the merits of what they're trying to achieve in the first place.
Definitely. Thanks for your call, KR. You're on the Jim Fannin Show. Scott.
Jim, I heard you mention about the new iPhone and specifically battery life, so I better make it clear before I continue. I could die any minute here. I'm at about 8% by 1:30.
Yeah, and when I was on the boat with a friend of mine the other day, I was at 56%. I pull out my phone, I go to the camera, I drop to 2, just like that, and then I'm dead. So, talk about dead in the water. That's
it's dead in the water for sure. It is frustrating, and I find that about half the calls I make past noon, I start off by saying, in case I lose you, my phone's almost dead.
And it's not a reception issue.
No. So I'm wondering what other features they might have coming up. I read something about a fingerprint scanner. It seems kind of lame to me. I'd maybe like to see the camera improve yet again, because that's, I think, the most popular function. And the body. I've been through several iPhones. Continually dropping them. I put them on my lap in the car. They fall out when I get up and forgot I put it there. The speakerphone, maybe, that seems to be a common complaint. I wonder if you have any insight now being connected with Bell Globe Media. You might have maybe some one-up insider information on what's to come.
Yeah, a hologram monitor. So it projects right into the air. So there's, you don't have to look at your phone anymore. Just project, a 6-foot wide screen. And,
I don't know that I want everyone seeing my projected text messages, Jim.
And virtual keyboard. So that you can type, just set it on and infrared picks up the heat from where you're touching on this infrared keyboard. So it lays down a map in front of you, and it looks just like a keyboard, and you just tap the desk in front of you and you're good to go. But none of that is actually going to happen. That's just what everyone's speculating or wanting. But I think iPhone's just losing me. I mean, back in the day when I switched to iPhone, I switched because it was such a superior product. They were light years ahead of everyone. Now you've got the Samsungs and the HTCs of the world that are coming up with these really cool features. But I'm not sure what the next... a hologram monitor would be awesome. And a keyboard would be great.
I hope it's the 6, not the 5S, because I've been holding off patiently waiting to upgrade, and the last time around it didn't seem to have any huge improvements. So not that I'm a huge loyal iPhone guy, but I certainly like it, and I'd like to see some big features in the next one. So make it happen, Jimmy.
Yeah, well, you can look forward to the 7 series software, iOS 7 coming out. But it's not supposed to do anything if you're a 4S user for the battery life. So you'll still be, like I said, if I'm on my phone starting at 6 or 7 in the morning, by 11 in the morning, I'm dead. So, that's not going to help us out.
Upgrade it is. And on a totally separate note, congrats on your summer step-in. I wish you all the best of luck.
Well, I might not be here tomorrow the way today's going, but I appreciate that, Scott.
Hopefully some callers make it through.
All right. Thanks for your contribution, Scott. I'm Jim Fannin. We're going to take a short break and catch you for one last segment. I finally got the studio cooled down enough in here. I don't know how Tom does it with the air conditioning turned up so high. Maybe it's just my nerves. I'm sweating over here. 905-688-2582, 1-877-610-CKTB, pound 610 on the Bell Mobility Network, or text right into the studio. I'm checking them every once in a while. Your fourth liner in the box. I'm Jim Fannin. Text at 610-10. We'll catch you on the other side.
Listen to CKTB this Sunday morning at 7:30 for HealthWise. Join Julie Beaver for a half hour about health topics and solutions that may help you live better. Brought to you by HealthWise in the Seaway Mall, Welland. HealthWise, Sunday morning at 7:30, only on 610 CKTB.
Take a virtual tour of local businesses in the Niagara area, such as Maury Gardens and Auto Value Hyundai. Check out Inside Niagara under Lifestyle and Entertainment at 610ckTV.com.
The huge My Nissan, My Choice is happening right now at Collins Nissan. Get 0% financing up to 84 months on Rogue and spin the prize wheel to win prizes up to $500 off the price of your car. And we pay aggressively for all trade-ins. Find out how much at Collins Nissan, Ontario's #1 dealer in online reputation. My Nissan, My Choice sales event on now at Collins Nissan, 155 Scott Street, St. Catharines. Stop in every day, including Sundays. Collins Nissan, committed to positive experience.
It's the show Niagara newsmakers get up early for. The Tim Dennis Morning Show.
I get up early every morning so I can try and get on top of what you're going to be talking about and what's important to you every day. The news you need to know, the sports scores from the night before, the traffic and the weather to get you where you're going, and the debates that everybody is going to be having. Join me every weekday from 5:30 to 9.
The Tim Dennis Morning Show. Weekdays from 5:30 till 9 on the One Voice for Niagara. News Talk 610 CKTV.
Is this microphone on? Yeah. This is a remarkable story. Okay, everyone, my name is David Pormond, and you probably heard my amazing story about how I lost 63 pounds and 6 inches without even really trying. Well, I'm the creator of Skinny Green Coffee. No, this is not another diet fad or anything you've ever tried before. The green coffee bean has been recently featured on Dr. Oz's TV show as a miracle fat burner and has been clinically proven to reduce body fat, lose weight, and keep it off. Best of all, with the green coffee bean extract, you can eat whatever you want and still lose the weight from day one, safely and naturally. And if you call in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to let you try Skinny Green Coffee completely risk-free. So you either lose weight or you don't pay a dime. But this is a special limited offer, so you gotta call now.
For your risk-free trial, call 800-605-9618. That's 800-605-9618. Don't miss out. Call right now. 800-605-9618. That's 1-800-605-9618.
How energy efficient can your windows be?
If they're super spacer low E squared and argon gas, that's as energy efficient as it gets.
That is all included, and you get it free at Duotemp.
Hi, I'm Bob Allen from Duotemp. Call us today for your free estimate on windows, doors, siding, sunrooms, and more. One phone call can save you a lot. Our windows are really worth looking into.
Call 905-227-6692, go to duotemp.ca, or visit our showroom at 105 Merritt Street, St. Catharines.
For all of Niagara's news, this is Niagara's News Talk 610 CKTB, a division of Bell Media.
Rugged yet elegant, compact and comfortable, stylish Bruno stairlifts offer incredible value. These versatile units are designed for efficient installation and provide years of safe, smooth, user-friendly operation. Bruno stairlifts are pre-measured for an exact fit. No stairway modification is required, and there is plenty of open stairway access for others. Arm, seat and footrest fold up when not in use. I'm Helen Teagle. Call us at Niagara Mobility at 1-866-880-9730 for your free in-home assessment of Bruno stairlifts.
Hey, it's Shane Moon here, owner of Pro Oil Change in St. Catharines. How would you like a free oil change? It's easy. Come in for an oil change today, and we'll give you a reward card that gives you a free oil change when you buy 3. And yes, the one today counts. We're open 7 days a week and no appointment is needed. So go with the pros at Pro Oil Change. Pro Oil Change, 266 Niagara Street at the corner of Carlton. 905-646-2OIL. That's 905-646-2OIL.
This is the Jim Fannin Show on Niagara's News Talk 610. Call now, 905-688-2582, 1-877-610-2582, or text us at 61010.
Intro there. It's one song called Sit on Top of Another One there. That's Aidan Miller. Local guy. Now out west. I'm Jim Fannin. Thanks for tuning in. We do a little show on Sundays called the Jim Fannin Show. Filling in for the rest of the week between 1 and 2. Thanks to the station for give me the opportunity. Love getting behind the mic, but summer vacations, lots of rotating around. We got lots of guys away. Jimmy from the text messages. Jimmy, good work. Never let him hear you sweat. I know he can do it. Thank you. Nat. Jim, lose the music. Yeah, it's a talk radio show. So anyway, the Jim Fannin Show is 1 to 2, Sunday. First show, we started out with Rick Dykstra. Had a great conversation with him. I think he's built for media. Great politicians. He's come a long way. I'm not conservative at all. Just love Rick's style, though, and how he's come along in politics, but especially, man, he likes the microphone. Mayor McMullen came in as well. We were joined by Alex DeGenis as well when Mr. Mayor Brian McMullen came in. George Dart had a call at the bottom of the hour. Mike Schreiner, the GPO leader, was in for week 2 as well. Had a great conversation about green politics and some of the by-elections and where he's going with his policy, the Green Party of Ontario. Cindy Forrester came in for week 3. We had a great conversation with her on the phone. Took some phone calls, actually from callers I think that thought she was still a regional councillor, but she's actually the MPP for Welland. Took Peter Cormus's spot at Queen's Park, and then Peter Cormus took her spot at the region. And Peter's no longer with us. A great loss there. And then yesterday, Sunday, Debbie Zimmerman came in for an hour. That was a really easy conversation, back and forth. Talk about knowledge. She is just so knowledgeable at the municipal political level. We talked integrity commissioner. We talked some of these comments on Sun Media, specifically the Standards website, people hiding behind their keyboards, and what they'll say when they can hide behind an alias. So we had a great conversation with Debbie, so you can check that out. This Sunday, we're working on Elizabeth May to come in by phone, the leader of the Green Party of Canada, the first elected MP, Green MP. She was elected in Saanich Gulf Islands. And even Debbie Zimmerman made a connection with her in 2006 at the roundtable that we did, said she was instrumental in keeping a facility open in that riding out in Saanich Gulf. And we've also got a call out to the Eco Commish. Gord Miller's been the commissioner of the environment for 5 terms now through different governments. He's been appointed and reappointed by Liberals, Conservatives, and NDP alike. So Gord Miller, it would be a really, really interesting conversation. So we've got feelers out for him for this Sunday as well. And Justin Trudeau won't take my call. And another text here says, Jim, love to hear you struggle. It's all easy. Patrick does all the hard work in there. So at the top of the hour, we talked about a little bit of construction. We talked about the iPhone and political financing. And we're taking your calls if you got anything you want to talk about. 905-688-2582. I'm off to my regular job after I do this. A couple offers out there. I'm a local realtor. I got a hemp business as well, but we're not promoting that. We need your calls. 905-688-2582. I'm Jim Fannin, and I am your summer fill-in. This is my first day filling in for the 1 to 2 hour that normally you would find knockout here, but like I said, with the schedule, summer schedules, they asked me to come in to fill some time here, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm Jim Fannin. We talked also about political financing from the standpoint that Pamela Wallen, the audit's going to come out. The report will be out tomorrow, the 13th, so we'll know more about that, but she's claiming $360,000 in travel expenses. Not sure how she's already paid a little bit of it back. And I heard on the news earlier today on 610 that actually they're thinking that she's going to have to pay back another $20,000 or so, but I could see that number increasing. A lot of news about the Senate. I don't know what the fix is there. You hear a lot of people saying just kill it. Let's I think back in the day we had a conversation about a triple E Senate, elected, effective, and equal. I've heard many people just like the region just abolish it, get rid of it. We don't need that level of bureaucracy anymore. So that's been making the news quite a lot. So we'll have a report on that out tomorrow and how that affects the Mike Duffy affair, the $90,000 that was given to him by the Prime Minister's chief of staff there. And so that's been making the news as well. And we're just going to go quickly to a phone call before we get out at the top of the hour. Barry, you're on the Jim Fannin Show. Thanks for calling. What's up, Barry?
Yeah, enjoying your show. And first of all, some guy said don't keep the music. Personally, I like the music you're playing because just might become a fan of a band I've never heard. So keep playing the music. That's just my opinion.
Well, I'm trying to bring in something new. So. Yeah.
And last but not least, I just recently seen the up-and-coming lineup for Grape and Wine. Have you seen it yet?
Nope.
And the Spoons are the headliners this year, and everybody else is cover, other than the Spoons. It's like Wheat Kings and U2 and stuff, Desire and all that stuff. So,
we often talk about how do you promote local bands in this region. What a perfect opportunity, a Grape and Wine. It's not something that comes to my mind immediately, but I mean, having the bars downtown is not enough to promote these guys playing for a few $100. There's a perfect example of, a place we can get some original acts out. We got Mice on the Hurricane, guys like Aiden Miller, and a lot of great bands that we could showcase at the Grape and Wine. And that's, you're right on, Barry. We could certainly do a better job with the acts that we got coming in, but who am I to criticize? I'm Jim Fannin. This is Bonaparte. Quarantine. It's a good bump coming in. Lyrics aren't exactly what you want for the Jim Fannin Show, but we will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. 905-688-2582. I'm Jim Fannin, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
If you had one, you took Manhattan, and now you take the ship is in quarantine.
You've seen the show.
There are lots of stories about this place.
Now live it. You could win a trip to Westeros with TMN Go. Go to tmngo.ca or download the app from the App Store and sign in to TMN Go for the chance to win a trip for two to Northern Ireland, including flight, accommodations, and an exclusive tour of the locations used in the massive HBO hit Game of Thrones. Plus, there are over 100 secondary prizes to be won.
I am the king!
For the ultimate fan experience, sign in for your chance to win with TMN Go.
Hi, I'm Amanda from Moncton, New Brunswick. I train and coach new hires in the call center at Rogers. I believe communities like the Monktons of Canada should get the same technology as the big cities do. That way, my neighbors can be as productive and as plugged in as people in other parts of the country. It makes me proud. It's a very Canadian thing. But I hear the government is inviting a giant U.S. cell phone company to Canada, right? When smaller towns and cities are left behind, it doesn't just hurt me and my neighbors. It hurts the whole country. All we want is for it to be fair for Canadians.